Hi guys, welcome back. So as you can tell, today is a little bit different. I'm not in my normal recording studio downstairs, but instead you are here in my bedroom. I thought we could just like hang out, talk about some stuff, and my sister has gone to the effort of writing a whole bunch of would you rather questions for me to answer. So hopefully we'll have a little bit of fun and maybe get into a few things. I'm not really quite sure what they are, so let's see. So I have all of my questions in my little Cinderella cup here, and we're just gonna go and pick one out. Would you rather you get the part or your friend get the part? That is horrible. Oh, I mean, because obviously you go for the part because you want it, and if your friend gets it, I feel like you're like totally happy for her. I feel like the part is going to go to the person who is best suited for it. So I would probably leave that up to fate, I would say, and not decide. Yeah, I think that's my best answer for now. Also, I feel like I'm not friends with many people that are sort of my typecast. I usually tend to form a lot better friendships with like altos or like people who belt. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of casting. I don't know. Would you rather perform in New York or Italy? Both. I would say I would like to study in Italy because I think that would be really cool to study in like the big like Italian opera houses. That would be really cool, and do like exchange there. But I think I would rather perform in New York. I think it's got the Met, it's got Broadway. I think that is like definitely the goal and sort of the dream where everyone wants to perform. So I would say I'd rather perform in New York, but study in Italy. Bit of both. Would you rather play Christine or Glinda? These are my two dream roles. I would like to play them both for different reasons. Christine is just like a beautiful role that would use like all of my like technical vocal training, and she's kind of like this gorgeous character and she gets to wear these cool costumes and I really like her. But Glinda is just like so funny and you get to do like a couple of different vocal styles, so it would really like challenge me to do all of that. I feel like I would choose Glinda, probably for the fact that she gets to fly, and flying is kind of fun on stage. So I think I'd choose Glinda. Yeah. Would you rather, oh my gosh, be nude in a role or not get the role at all? Well, I would say I'm probably not going to be nude in like my friend's like short film festival, you know, movie sort of thing. I feel like that's probably not a good enough reason for me to like take my clothes off. Oh, it's hard because like, so there's this musical called Hair, if you've never heard of it before. But it's all about like growing your hair out and like letting everything run free, including like everything run free. And so a like strong moment of the piece is when all of the cast like get naked, they walk to the front of the stage and they stand there like literally like bearing all for their audience. And like, I mean, you know, you've got hair down there so you're a little bit more covered, but like even that, can you imagine your parents coming to see you in that show? Oh my gosh, that would be so horrible. So I feel like it would have to be like the right role. I feel like topless is also a little bit better than like fully nude. Although I don't know if anyone is like fully nude on stage usually. Like it's normally you get like a little like patch sort of thing to wear. And maybe I would do that if it was like, you know, like a bedroom scene or something like that. I don't have the confidence to do like, not that I would ever get cast in it, but like the Miss Saigon girls, like you have got to have so much confidence to like stand on stage in like a thong and like dance. Like that is so much confidence, and I say good on those girls because I do not have that confidence and I could never do that. But I think if it was the right role at the right point in my career and it felt right and I was comfortable with it, then I would do it. But I would never put myself in a position where I would feel like uncomfortable, or it wouldn't if it just wouldn't feel right, I wouldn't do it. Yeah. Would you rather do a bad audition in front of Gordon Frost or forget the words in a performance? Neither. I feel like if you forget the words in a performance, it's like, it's those people that saw it. Maybe if you've got a reviewer in, they might like say something, but I feel like it's not the end of the world. Like, everyone goes up, everyone forgets things, but making a bad impression in front of Gordon Frost would not be fun. So I'd probably rather forget the lyrics. Would you rather never be able to perform opera again, or never be able to watch opera or MT again? I would perform it night after night and never see an opera or never go see an MT show. I love performing it so much more than I love watching it, which is kind of weird, but I don't know, it's just, I love performing it, so I would never, ever, 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 ever give that up. Right, get a little Cinderella cup. Would you rather retake VCE music or fail a semester of uni? I will never, ever, 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 ever retake VCE music again, ever. Learning the same 6 songs for literally a year and just singing them over and over and over and over and over again for like marks and points, not even in front of an audience, is just like, I will never ever do that again. I would much rather fail a semester of uni, because I like uni. I would go back to uni. I'd like learn more in that extra semester. I'd much rather go to uni for an extra semester than retake VCE music. You won't catch me dead doing VCE music again. And luckily, I don't have to. Would you rather be an opera or a music theatre star? From little like Jazz of like 7 years old all the way up until like maybe 2 years ago, I definitely would have said music theatre. But I would probably choose to be an opera star over a music theatre star. Not that like I get the choice. But if it was my choice, I would probably rather be an opera star for like a couple reasons. So the first one is like, opera is always going to be like a really grand spectacle, and I love being a part of that spectacle. I love dressing up in like the extravagant costumes and being on stage with the like big luscious sets, so like that really appeals to me. But also opera can kind of be a little bit more stable with work. Like once you kind of like make it, if you're a like solo artist, you get booked for like so many gigs, and like there's so much work in Europe. And even if you're like an ensemble member, like if you're a part of an ensemble house, like you get like a steady wage, and like that's something that not many performers ever get in their lives. So like that's really appealing. Whereas like music theatre, you just never know. And I guess it's a little bit the same with opera, but I would say it's a little bit more stable, and that sort of appeals to me as well. So I would probably choose to be an opera star if I had the choice. Would you rather take a theory lesson from Justin Bieber or listen to a Year 7 strings concert? I mean, admittedly, Justin Bieber could be great at music theory. I don't know that. I don't know that he's bad, but he's probably not great. But like, I haven't listened to like the strings concerts of like, high school strings concerts or like training strings. Which one would be more painful though? I'm quite passionate about theory, so I feel like Justin Bieber would just like kind of put me on edge. But I really like but he would be teaching me. I wouldn't be teaching him, because I like teaching basic theory. I think I would rather sit through the strings concert. I would rather sit through the strings concert than have Justin Bieber teach me like AMBB theory. Yeah. Would you rather Jeremy Jordan or Jonathan Groff? Oh, I love them both. They're both total hotties. I love Newsies and I love Smash, but I don't think you can ever beat like a Glee superstar. And like Hamilton, oh my gosh, You'll Be Back is probably like, it's definitely in my top like 3 songs in Hamilton. And I just think he's a legend, and I think he's so versatile, and he's a total hottie. So I'd pick Jonathan Groff. Yeah. Would you rather would you rather your accompanist falls asleep or your audience falls asleep? That's terrible. I mean, if your accompanist falls asleep, it would kind of be funny for your audience. Whereas if your audience fell asleep, like you would be like you'd feel so bad. You'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm the most boring person in the world. Why would anyone come like watch me again? So I definitely wouldn't want my audience to fall asleep. And if my accompaniers fall asleep, I could put it down to like they were really tired because they had rehearsals and it wasn't like a personal thing against me. So I would probably say I would rather my accompaniers fall asleep and me and my audience can laugh and share that experience. That would be funny. Would you rather have a costume malfunction on stage or a mic stop working in the middle of your solo song? I feel like it depends on like what the costume malfunction is. If it's like, oh, if it's like your zipper doesn't go up and you can't, like you just can't wear the costume, like, well then you don't even get to go on for your solo song. To be honest, I can project in a theatre, like I probably don't need a microphone. Like I've had my mic stop working before and it's kind of been alright because I have a pretty loud voice. I'd probably rather my mic stop working because like if a costume, like if you can't go on stage because of your costume, like that sucks. Or if it like, it shows like, you know, something that you don't want the audience to see, obviously. So I'd rather my mic stop working. Would you rather date a performer or date a regular guy? I feel like there's pros and cons to both. I feel like if you date a performer, they like totally understand you and they know what you're going through. But at the same time, like your schedule's going to be like quite loose and, you know, not structured. And like his schedule will probably be the same. And so it'll be hard to like make it work. But like I feel like no matter what relationship like I would be in, there would be like some sort of like long distance element involved in it. Especially because like I do want to travel and work in Europe a lot when I'm obviously older. But if you date a regular guy, like I worry that they don't like, oh, this sounds so bad, but I worry that someone who's not in the performing industry like doesn't quite understand, and they can do everything that they possibly can to understand and they can care about it and like try their best. But I just feel like unless that person like is in the performing arts industry, they're not quite gonna get it. And I feel like that could cause like arguments or disagreements. Especially if you are away a lot for your work or whatever it is. I don't know is my answer. I just don't know. I feel like it's when it happens, like we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. So yeah. Oh my gosh, this is the last question. Okay, so would you rather Renee Fleming or Anna Netrebko? Okay, these are like probably the two sopranos that I talk about the most around the house because I love them. They're amazing. I feel like I like them for different reasons. Like Renee Fleming is just like, she's an icon. Like everyone knows her whether you're opera or not. And like she's also gone into like the music theatre world, and so I definitely like look up to her and respect her for that. She's a really down-to-earth person. It's probably why I like both of these singers is because they are really down-to-earth people. I really like all of Renee's like Mozart work. I think that's really pretty. But oh my gosh, Anna Netrebko in Macbeth like is just, I've just like never seen that before. I think her acting is exceptional and I think she does really well as like a whole. And she's also just so much fun. Like Anna Netrebko literally has so much fun backstage. You can just tell that like her cast really like her. And I remember seeing this, it was a stream of one of the Met shows and the sort of presenter was walking around backstage introducing the piece. It was Iolanta, I think that's how it's pronounced. It's a Tchaikovsky piece, I believe, written in Russian, and Anna Netrebko is Russian, and she was the lead in it. And when they're like filming backstage, you literally see her like prancing around the stage, like literally like dancing, and it's just so fun. And she just seems like a really fun person to be around, as well as she is, oh my gosh, like the best voice ever. Renee Fleming is like a mum kind of character, and Anna Netrebko is like your big sister who just like wants to have so much fun. I would probably choose, if I had to meet one person, I would probably choose Anna, just because she just seems like a really fun person. And you always want someone like really positive in your cast as well. And so I strive to be like both of them, but and I was definitely someone who I looked up to as well. So that is all of my would you rather questions. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments and I'll answer them. Or if you have any more games to play, I absolutely love games. So leave those in the comments as well, and I will make a video of any games that you have. So that is all from me today. Thank you so much for joining me in my bedroom, and like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!